guys, today's video is going to be a sort of a chatty get ready with me video. I don't really have a plan. I have a little bit of an idea, so it's going to be a bit different. I haven't done like a talk through tutorial in a while, so I thought I would do that today. I'm going to start with my Benefit Stay Flawless 15-hour primer. I have a little sample of this and I really like it. I kind of want the full size. So I just put this on in the centre of my face really, and I feel like it actually does a pretty good job. It kind of has mixed reviews, but I really like it, so I'm just going to whack that on. And then Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum. This stuff is like dead. I have to like pump it a few times each time. I'm going to be using my beauty blender today. It's looking a bit dirty. Even when you clean this thing, it still just looks dirty, no matter what you do. So I love the beauty blender though, it's one of my favourite ways to apply foundation. If you have that sort of bit of extra time, I do feel like it takes a bit longer, but if you have the time, I just really love the finish of it. It's so consistent, like it always comes out looking good when you use a beauty blender. I really need to get a new foundation, probably will do soon. I have so many, but I don't know why, they all just seem to be the wrong shade for me. Okay, there we go. Foundation makes such a big difference. I like pretty much every day just put on foundation even if I'm not going anywhere, because I just feel like it perfectly evens out my skin tone. I'll just put on like a really light layer. Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in Light. I tend to just use this on blemishes, just there and there, and just blend that out. Okay, concealer. I am using Prolongwear in NC20. And just pop this under the eyes. I'm also going to put a touch of my NARS Creamy Concealer. This is in Chantilly and it's like the lightest shade, and I wrote a little bit about this on my blog, but this is just like the shade that I bought because I wanted vanilla but it was out of stock, so I went for this instead. And it's super light, so on its own it's like really light, but I just sort of mix it in with the Prolongwear and then it sort of works. Kind of wish I got a darker shade. It should be a bit better in winter when I'm paler, but for now I'm just sort of mixing it in because my Prolongwear is good, but it's probably, for highlighting it needs to be a tiny bit lighter just to make it a bit more noticeable. So yeah, basically I mix the two together to get a really good highlighting shade, and I feel like it works quite well. NYX HD Studio Powder. Let me just find a brush. I feel like I've been using this powder for ages and there's still so much left. I'm going to go with NARS Laguna because it's really just the best bronzer, isn't it? So sort of warming up the face with that, not really contouring or anything. And for blush, I'm going to use Natural Collection Sugar Plum. Favourite of mine. Such a sort of beautiful plum shade, as the name would suggest. Really love this shade. I think it's just so pretty. I find that this foundation just gives that nice sort of natural looking glow. Even when you powder over it, it still has that natural shine that comes through. Okay, my inspiration for the eyes today, I have thought about it a little bit, has come from KATNISS Everdeen from the Hunger Games. So I'm going with a sort of goldy red vibe thing. Well, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to go with my Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeshadow paint in Golden Bronze, I think it's called, yep. This was featured in my first ever blog post. I got this for £1 from the from Poundland. So that was awesome. I'll link that post below. It was about a warm smoky eye look. So I'm going to use this without primer actually, because this is one of the only products that I can use without a primer and it will last for hours. So I would usually actually still probably use a primer, but I'm feeling crazy today and I'm not going to. So I just pop that straight onto the lid, and then Real Techniques Beige shadow brush to blend it out a little. I think today is post-it day, so just started that, but just going to take this and line up because I want some pretty straight shadows. These look totally crazy, but they are just the easiest thing to use because it just comes in this little pack, so you just pull it out when you need it. It's awesome. So I'm going to build up that colour, just kind of keeping it on the lid and just blending it. This is just sort of a warm golden bronze colour. You kind of have to position these right though. If you just put them right on the edge, it works better because it doesn't irritate the eye. So once these set, they just stay put for so long. Okay, just a normal fluffy bendy brush and just blend out the edges. It's pretty good anyway. Just give it that final blend. For just in the crease, I'm going to take my Cargo Vintage Escape palette, which is just like this. I don't know if you can get these anymore, but I'm only going to use one shade. This one here, Autumn, and a big fluffy brush. So any sort of orangey brown, matte brown. Just going to pop this in the crease. So this blends really nicely with that bronze colour. Kind of working really well together. Love when things work better than you thought. The main colour I'm going to be using today is from Bellápierre, and it is a mineral eyeshadow, I think it's called that. It doesn't actually say that, but from what I remember, in the shade Sunset, and it's just this gorgeous like red shade. So it's this shade. Let me just think. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush. It's already all over me. This is why pigments are fun, right? E55 and some MAC Fix Plus, and just all over, so it will just stick really nicely. So I'm just taking some of that pigment in the lid, and it's picking up so much now on there, and I'm going to pack it into the outer corner first and just sort of build this up. Now this is a bit of a crazy shade, and I'm using it because I'm thinking sort of Katniss, Catching Fire, that kind of thing. So in fact I'm taking it all over the lid. It's a gorgeous shade. Check that out. And then I'm just blending it with a blending brush. And this is an awesome Katniss colour. I'm thinking about I think it's the opening ceremony where she's got the crazy red eyeshadow. I'm not looking at a picture or anything, but that was my sort of inspiration, just thinking about those colour schemes. That transition shade's really going to help because it will just look more seamless. And I'm going to drag a tiny bit on the blending brush and drag that sort of underneath the lid. Oh, this might work. Actually, I'm going to get a smaller brush. I just realised my camera did not film like tons of what I just did, so I'm just going to talk you through it. I took some of that pigment on the lower lash line, you probably see, and then I went in with another pigment, Celebration, from Bellápierre again, and it's the goldy type shade, really similar to the eyeshadow paint. Really similar colour. And I just took that on the sort of inner corner and then the inner third of the lid. I'll just pop in a tiny bit more so you can kind of see. I just used the pencil brush. I used the pencil brush on the lower lash line with the red, and then same again with the gold shade, Celebration. Just popped this in there, so I'll just intensify it a bit more. Use my finger as well, and then just blend it out with the blendy brush we used earlier. That's covered in red, but it works. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. So I wanted to intensify the outer corner, so I thought a good shade would be Cherry Cordial, this one here, from the Chocolate Bar Too Faced palette. And I'm just going to use my E45 brush and sort of put that in the outer corner, just to deepen it up and add some more drama, because red isn't dramatic enough for me. I don't really want to take too much away from the red, so I am not going to do too much, but just to add some sort of dimension and depth, work that in there. Another really good shade I think would be Max Sketch. I think that's quite similar to this shade anyway. I love that eyeshadow. So I'm going to take that massive brush again and just blend that out to make sure it's all sort of together. This is looking crazy. Let's put on some liner. I think I'm going to go gel. I've got my Maybelline gel liner. Yep, just black gel liner. I'm going to go in with this and try and do it on camera and probably fail. So I'm using my E65 small angle brush from Sigma. Hopefully this tape will just give us a really good line. So I'm going to start sort of out here and do a fairly dramatic wing. I don't use gel liner that much, but I actually think it's pretty easy with this brush, because it's so thin and small, it just makes it like really precise. I think that's good. I'm going to take this off so I can see it. I like it. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit, but really work with that straight line. It kind of looks like a bomb site in front of me now. I'm glad you can't see it. This is what happens when you don't have a plan and you just try and be spontaneous. Stuff goes everywhere. So, red, and bring that on the outside of the line. And then I'm going to blend it out with this one, E45 brush, just to make it less intense. I haven't even done line on the other eye. Pull that off. This is a pretty dramatic eye we're going for, obviously. This is more of a sort of costume look. It's still not as intense as her actual eye makeup. I'm not going to do any of the crazy lashes or anything. I'm going to try and make it slightly wearable. So I'm going to curl my lashes now. Okay, I'm going to tight line with my Scandaleyes black liner. When I tight line, I usually just focus it on the outer edges. I find that's where it's most noticeable. For mascara, I'm going to use Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just going to take that black liner on the waterline as well. I've smudged a bit of mascara up there, but I'll sort that out once it's dry. So black liner in the waterline as well. I was going to use that same mascara, but number 7 Stay Perfect is just the bottom lash. If I'm not using this on my bottom lashes, then it's a weird day. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with red lips. I think I like it. Do I? Soap and Glory's Blush Pink. I don't like pink either. MAC Japanese Maple. I think that's the one. Yeah, I really like that actually. I think that goes really well. I'm not sure what colour lip she wears in this scene, but Maybelline Honey Beige. And this is a lipstick that I never really wear, like I don't think it suits me, but I think with the eyes it kind of works. I just realised I didn't do anything to my brows. I'm just going to brush them through and put a tiny bit of... This is just Rimmel's brow pencil in black brown. This is the finished KATNISS Everdeen inspired makeup. The red... It's really just inspired with those sort of colours rather than actually a tutorial like on her look. It's more just, yeah, inspired by that, and I really love how it came out. I think it looks pretty good. Just give you a little close up there. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this actually. I really love how it came out. I think it came out better than I thought it would. This Sunset Pigment is really not a shade I would ever wear, but actually it came out quite nice, I think. It's definitely dramatic, like it's not your everyday tutorial obviously, but yeah, this shade is really nice. I think mixed with the gold and the sort of burgundy, it just sort of all goes really well together, and I think this lip is like perfect. And it's, yeah, like I said before, not a lip colour I choose to wear often. I actually got that shade in a glossy box like maybe like 5 months ago, like maybe my first glossy box, I can't even remember, but yeah, really like how this turned out. So yeah, if you like to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and if you want to see more tutorials, anything, any requests, whatever, just pop them below and I will definitely check them out, and I will try and do things for you if you would like to see certain things. Let me know what you think and I will see you in my next video. Bye!